Guys, I got to talk about some bull that's going on right now in the defense expert world. And I say bull because I just had in trial the wool trying to be pulled over my eyes like it happens across the country. There is a group called Litili, the Litili group, which is a third-party group based out of El Segundo that connects defense lawyers with defense experts. And let me tell you what just happened in our case. As you know, 3 days before a deposition with a designated expert, all of the files, emails, texts have to be disclosed by the other side. And the expert provides all their files. And just like I'm sure happens in most cases, the Litili email and text communications were omitted because they say, well, it's not from the doctor. But what you learn is that Litili becomes the go-between between the defense lawyer and the doctor. And so much happens between that go-between, and it is excluded wrongfully from the disclosure. The invoice comes from Litili, and they either bury the Litili work under a generic work by the expert, or they don't bill for it in hopes that you will never realize that there have been significant communications through a third party that we know nothing about. So let me give you some examples of what happens. Defense lawyer calls Litili. I need an expert. Litili has a list of defense experts that they say, okay, I've got your expert. Tell me what you need. Defense lawyer tells them what they need, what they're looking for, what are the points they need to look at, problem issues, etc. Litili arranges for the defense medical exam. The defense lawyer, although they don't admit it, then doesn't call the defense lawyer. They call or email Litili, some unknown third party, medical, non-medical, who knows. Litili then, with the information about what the doctor's opinions are that are not yet written, then calls the defense lawyer. What do you want us to write? What do you want us to leave out? I can see some people, that doesn't happen. Hell yeah, it happens. Well, don't write X, Y, and Z. So have you ever gotten a report where the code requires prognosis, conclusions, diagnoses, and opinions, and somehow the diagnoses and the opinions are left out, and they just list their findings? That's likely because the defense doctor found significant problems and had opinions that the defense doesn't like. And the defense lawyer told a third party, why don't you not put that in there? Depending on the doctor, Litili will write the report, the draft. Litili will make edits. Ultimately, it's signed off by the doctor, but the doctor many times doesn't know all of the facts. And in this case I just did, they had the wrong date that they did the exam and the wrong date of the date of the exam. And the doctor said, I dictated it on the day I was there. And I'm like, well, how come the date is 2 weeks after you did the exam? Why, doctor, if you reportedly did this in your office, did you electronically sign it? That's because it's coming from some third party. So you can get all this stuff by one, following up in a deposition and saying, I want to know every communication with Litili, but then subpoena Litili for all of the communications, all of the people involved in that particular case. What will normally happen before they give it to you? They settle the case, because you would not believe some of the crap that goes on between and behind closed doors to the detriment of our clients. Now, some of you may say, well, isn't that just the system? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But you have tools to break through this system, and you can be the outlier And you can be the one who has the knowledge and the ability to break the code so that you can get more money for your clients, better settlements, better trial results. If anybody needs a copy of a subpoena of questions in a depot that you should ask for a trial cross on Litili, just reach out. I am very happy to provide it. My info's in the bio or the video description.